Today I got a call from a mobile number saying the call was around about 3:32 p.m. I received a call from a mobile. When I picked up the call, an electronic voice message said that I was wanted for federal arrest as there was a warrant for my arrest. It said to press 1 to speak to a federal officer. So I hung up the phone. So I phoned the police to say this spiel. So my inquiry is that, was this call a scam, or should I have spoken to who was on the phone? And that was sort of my ordeal today. And the police said, it was definitely a scam, and to just hang up the phone and ignore it. So that was my big thing today. So if you get a call from some robot voice saying you're wanted for arrest, you just hang up the phone, because it is a well-known scam and police know about it, and they just tell you to hang up the phone and make it go away, because that's all it is a scam. So that's what I was told. So hopefully it is a scam. I was actually worried that I was giving all my sensitive information out to parties, and someone picked it up and decided to give me a scammer call. And if it was real, I would be like, whoops, sorry if I've taken out a new business initiative. I haven't harmed anyone, so far I haven't collected any money, but if it ever does, I don't want it to be regarded as something evil. Otherwise I would just drop it and try my next business idea, which is seeing if I can make it as an artist. My first one was a charity development, and my second option was an art development. Maybe eventually sell my art further than a garage. And if I do, try to, ramp it up a bit. Anyway, I'm a long way away from selling art, because I just don't have a place to sell it. If this was my house, I could use a little garage at the back, or our real garage, but I would choose the garage at the back, little studio. It's just as good as any studio. It's fairly nice actually, but obviously, lower class kind of sales initiative there. It's nothing huge, or and it would stop people from going inside the house. And it's actually a pretty good little selling space, but it's only small. But if it was my house, I could set up something like that, see if I can get any transactions going on and stuff. So, but it's not my house, and that place is going to be used as a storage space. And so I try my best to get unnoticed while I try business initiatives. I haven't actually told anyone about it, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking to get a call from an electronic spam call on a police issue, because I was worried for like 2 seconds if it were real, but that's why I had to check if it was or not, but it wasn't, so I'm happy. But caught me off guard. It's like, oh, this hasn't got anything to do with my new business initiatives. In my mind, I want to develop a charity into a money-making thing. And, it's basically a charity where you give out gift cards to people. Obviously, if the business did well, you could give out more lucrative sized gift cards. But I would assume starting off with $50 gift cards would be fine. But eventually, if the business did well, I would start selling $200 gift cards. Is what the difference is, sort of thing. So, And same with the school packs that are supposed to be sold with the business instead of just giving away mediocre school packs which don't cost too much, up to $20 maybe, and sending it off. You could develop that into a school pack with something expensive, like possibly a lower end laptop or a watch, even a smartwatch or something like that. So but those are the big leagues in this stuff. Well, I'm in a little league. I'm trying to find a way where I can transact credit cards, and I was going to use my bank account, but I have a feeling they don't like charities. In fact, I think in the past I tried to create a business out of a charity group, and they don't actually accept charities as a business to which they will support. So I would save probably most transactions for an art business if I ever want to make an art business or whatever. But I was considering getting a BPay added onto my account, have the option for BPay payments. But I can't put my organizational name. I'll have to put my personal name. So I might put like initials, or maybe just M in my last name. And that will have to do for BPay. I think you need an active business. I'm like a sole trader. Either way, I don't know. I just have to wait and see. But I've signed up to something called Stripe. I heard about it from someone else, and it was one of the first things that were in the results when I looked up ways to transact credit cards. So you can apparently transact a credit card payment pretty easily. I'm worried that I should use QuickBooks instead, because they're a lot detailed, or MyOB. But whatever. I mean, if I don't like it, I can close it, I guess. But the only thing is, I think it's a third-party payment. No, second-party payment option, and I would feel better creating a BPay for all my stuff. But I don't know. I'll just wing it. I haven't actually made any money so far, so I guess I'll think about it. But I was gonna link up the Stripe to my business bank account. I've linked it up to my debit card bank account. And I'm not sure if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I'm just worried that the business bank account will go, well, that's not a legitimate transaction, and block me off because it's an up itself business. If I had my St. George account open, I could probably get away with it, but I'm worried that they'll think it's a dishonest gateway or something. So I thought, well, better bring that transaction in from a real bank account. So it's going to go through a three-way hop, I would believe, possibly. and then into my business savings account. I don't know if that's the way you should do things, but that's sort of how I would do it. Hopefully no one will have any problems with the amounts that I'm transacting, but either way I could just let it sit into my new spending card. I'm supposed to keep 20% and leave the rest for business initiatives. as far as I'm concerned. And that's how you grow a growing business. I'm a little bit hesitant towards all these initiatives. I don't know very much about business or what I can get away with doing, how proper, banks are. My business bank account is a proper kind. I would probably feel more comfortable starting off an art selling business or something, or even a cafe business, like a real business, as opposed to, just making up something that could catch on. They don't like charities. I'm pretty sure I've asked if I can start a charity with the bank and they won't allow it. I had to start a catering business, which didn't actually pick up. I couldn't drive a car, and I found it hard to understand what I should be doing with it. So, and I wasn't living on my own, but I think I'm going to continue on this wavelength of studying businesses until I've got a business of my own, because my employment isn't coming so quick, and I'm finding myself, I'm very unhappy financially, so I may as well just bounce around with it, so that's where I'm at, I'm doing all this secretly without anyone knowing about it, because I don't want anyone to jump up and down or ask questions. So I'm just, doing my little secret things, and hopefully everything will be okay. Hopefully. I was gonna start business with this other company, which looks like so split, so much of a spam business. I'm not really sure why on earth I would invest in it. I've got the gateway open, but I'm waiting. I believe I've signed up with the bank that I've just opened in the past, in like 2006 or so. I think I came back from the cinemas and inquired about it and started signing up with this company. But it didn't go well, and it didn't go well at all. So, I had the same issue. I couldn't process a credit card payment. I was urged to process a PayPal payment. I possibly did process a PayPal payment. I possibly got my money back, but the point is, the bank that I had opened the business account with closed it after they had traced the transaction and declared it a spam transaction. So, so it doesn't really look very good on me if I do a transaction regardless. But I'm pretty sure that's what this bank is, because it's a tough bank. St. George is a better bank, but my St. George account is locked because I've lost, was it last year or the year before? Sometime, I was caught in a little shady business dealing that was considered a scam, but and they locked, two banks locked my account, one of them closed, and the other one, I just kept it locked until I phoned up last week about it. And they took my case, and they're digesting the information and checking up on it, and I'll see what they say in a couple weeks. But that's why that account is locked. It would look pretty bad if I got it open and then I made a transaction into this other business, and the bank found the same issue as the tough bank, found ages ago. If they found that considered it an unworthy website for a payment. Yeah, so I'm not going to dance all around the world to try and pay these people. I think, a general banking transaction should have been enough for all of the payments, but, at the same time, it's linked to a website, and yeah, it's a little bit difficult. But the website's totally owned by one person. All your payments are processed by one person. All the calls that you receive are from one. No, there's two people there. But the point is, this one person owns a total organization, and you're just going, okay, so I'm paying this one person a lot of money, for a par chance that something might happen, to get you some cash. I don't really know what needs to happen. They go funny when things don't work out, like they said last week. When the reactions was, what will you do, like, if you can't, like, pay? And then they said, oh, you can pay by PayPal. And I said, oh, what's your PayPal details? And they said, and they never gave it to me, And so I said, well, okay, well, I've opened a new bank account, just waiting for the card. And they said, take your time. But I think I should drop it indefinitely. It just has this essence of, we can earn you money, but I don't think it's going to earn me money. If I ever put $2,500 in this person's account, that's great for them. But I don't know what that means for me, I don't think it means anything for me. So I'm just forgetting about them right now, and eventually I might just forget about them totally. So I'm trying this new initiative for a charity on my own. I have no idea if it'll work out or if I'm doing something illegal, but I can give it a go, I guess. But I kind of want a BPay. I want that BPay option. I've got PinPay option. I turned it into my mobile phone because I couldn't be bothered with it being an email or something. I should have just done the email because I can't remember it, like 061 4 double. Yeah, I can remember that. It's okay. But I have to develop a logo and my emails and this and that. If I'm gonna phone up businesses saying, hey, do you want to donate? I've got a sort of a script there. I've got an active ABN, I believe. Reactivate it this year. I own the business name. I have a domain, which is connected to the website to make it look good. And I've got an active payment section on my website. So I've got sort of everything down packed, but it's only amateur. It's only beginning. All you have to do is really close your eyes and keep going. I should be doing that for another business already, but I haven't even started to contact everyone about it. But I can contact with this business, people and business, actually. So my whole idea is that I collect a lot of money. I put aside a certain amount per year to be able to go towards a charitable initiative. I keep a lot of it for business development, and I lose 20%. To me, lose 20% to me, which is my money. Well, it's a nice idea, but I don't know whether it's going to work out or whether I'm just going to be called a scam and Don't collect people's credit card payments.